Thragg. Thragg is the most powerful Viltrumite and the main antagonist of Invincible. After the death of the original Viltrum Empire Emperor, Thragg took over as Grand Regent. His goal is simple: to make the Viltrum Empire the ultimate force in the universe. Physically, Thragg is imposing, tall and muscular, with a sharp, commanding presence. His uniform evolved from the standard Viltrumite white and gray bodysuit to a distinctive crimson and gray suit, reflecting his leadership. Thragg's strength is unmatched among Viltrumites. His abilities include superhuman strength, speed, and near invulnerability. He can fly with precision, even in space, and his healing factor allows him to recover rapidly from severe injuries. Over time, Thragg grows stronger, adapting after every battle or injury. This regenerative power, combined with his combat experience, makes him a relentless fighter. His senses are far beyond human limits, giving him exceptional vision, hearing, and balance. Thragg can survive without oxygen for long periods, endure harsh environments, and requires very little sustenance. He ages extremely slowly, maintaining peak condition for centuries. Beyond raw power, Thragg is a master tactician and leader. He commands the Viltrumite forces with ruthless efficiency, intimidating even the fiercest warriors like Conquest. While he values strength above all, he's also pragmatic enough to recognize potential and offer second chances to those who prove themselves. In the history of Invincible, Thragg remains the most dominant figure, never fully surpassed by Invincible himself. His presence signals the greatest threat to Earth and the Viltrumite mission's expansion, making him the apex of Viltrumite power and ambition. Omni-Man. Nolan, better known as Omni-Man, is one of the strongest Viltrumites to ever exist. Originally Earth's greatest hero, he was secretly a high-ranking agent of the Viltrum Empire, sent to weaken the planet for eventual conquest. His powers and long-term deception made him the deadliest being on Earth for decades, and only two other Viltrumites, Thragg and Conquest, have ever surpassed him in raw power. Physically, Nolan appears like a middle-aged man, but his strength, speed, and durability remain at Viltrumite peak. He possesses all standard Viltrumite abilities: flight, super speed, nigh invulnerability, and enhanced senses, each honed to a level far beyond human understanding. He once obliterated thousands of alien cities in minutes and moved so fast his friction caused nuclear-level explosions. His lung capacity allows survival in space, and his healing factor enables rapid recovery even after near-fatal wounds. What makes Nolan particularly overpowered is his sheer combat experience. With thousands of years of warfare behind him, he's not just a brute force. He's a precision killer. He destroyed the original Guardians of the Globe almost single-handedly. His power evolves with challenge and injury. The more he fights and recovers, the more dangerous he becomes. His willpower is nearly unshakable. He resisted death, disgrace, and even Viltrumite doctrine to eventually defect and fight for the universe's freedom. Battle Beast. Battle Beast, real name Thaedus, is one of the most physically dominant characters in Invincible. A towering, lion-like alien, he lives solely for the thrill of battle and seeks a worthy opponent who can grant him a glorious death. That obsession with combat has led him to face and defeat some of the universe's most powerful fighters. His strength rivals, and at times exceeds, that of most Viltrumites. Battle Beast effortlessly dismantled Earth's top heroes. He took down Black Samson, Robot, and Rex Splode with minimal effort, nearly killed Monster Girl, and left Invincible near death with one brutal blow before Mark had formal combat training. Against Viltrumites, he held his own and even killed one during a vicious fight in space, tearing the warrior apart and surviving in the vacuum completely unharmed. His raw power is matched by his stamina and durability. He fights through serious injuries without slowing down, shrugs off most attacks, and was found alive and intact after floating in space while frozen in hibernation. His speed, reflexes, and precision with a mace allow him to overwhelm even high-tier enemies. He also possesses natural claws and fangs capable of injuring Viltrumite flesh, an extremely rare feat. Battle Beast isn't just a brute. He's a highly trained and instinctive warrior with expert combat strategy and devastating efficiency. He doesn't kill for sport. He kills only those he deems worthy, often sparing the weak out of disdain. That combination of sheer power, skill, and discipline makes Battle Beast one of the most dangerous, overpowered beings in the Invincible universe. Invincible. Invincible, also known as Mark Grayson, is the main protagonist of the series, a Viltrumite human hybrid whose power has grown to rival the strongest beings in the Invincible universe. Initially a regular teenager, he awakened his abilities at 17 and began training under his father, Omni-Man. Over time, his strength, skill, and resilience evolved dramatically, earning him a place among the galaxy's top-tier fighters. Mark's Viltrumite genetics grant him super strength, speed, flight, and near invulnerability. He's launched objects across continents, fought off armies, armies and survived direct blows from Omni-Man and Conquest. His durability is extreme. He's withstood impalement, nuclear blasts, and survived the vacuum of space. Through rigorous training, his power increased by 138%, allowing him to take down previously overwhelming threats with ease. Mark's greatest weapon is his ability to adapt. In battle, he quickly adjusts to opponents' tactics and pushes through pain with sheer willpower. He's held his own against veteran Viltrumites like Thula, and even managed to injure Conquest. Emotion often fuels his strength. When pushed emotionally, Mark taps into a deeper reserve of power, enabling feats like tearing apart Angstrom Levy or surviving a brutal ambush by Mr. Liu. Over time, his refusal to kill has shifted. Originally guided by restraint, he now accepts that lethal force is sometimes necessary to protect the people he loves. Alan the Alien. Alan the Alien was genetically engineered to be the ultimate weapon against the Viltrumite Empire, and over time, he became just that. Born in a Unopan breeding facility after his race was nearly wiped out, Alan was designed to be both a defender and a scout. Initially underpowered, he took on the role of evaluation officer for the coalition of planets, traveling between worlds to find warriors strong enough to oppose the Viltrumites. After suffering a brutal near-death encounter with 3 Viltrumites, Thula, Lucan, and Vidor, Alan's adaptive physiology kicked in. He healed rapidly and came back exponentially stronger. This turning point marked his transformation into one of the most formidable non-Viltrumite beings in the galaxy. Alan's enhanced strength allows him to go toe-to-toe with elite Viltrumites. He drew blood from Anissa with a single punch, knocked out a Viltrumite soldier in prison, and later helped Nolan obliterate the same soldier's head with a combined strike. His durability skyrocketed. He's tanked direct hits from top-tier Viltrumites and shrugged off machinery designed to torture him. Even in the vacuum of space, Alan functions at full capacity. He also boasts super speed, flight, interstellar travel, and a regenerative healing factor that allows him to recover from massive trauma in days, or sometimes minutes. Alan is now a major threat to the Viltrumite Empire and one of the most powerful characters in Invincible. Adam Eve. Adam Eve was designed by the US government to be the ultimate weapon. Genetically engineered with reality-altering powers, she was rescued at birth by her creator, Dr. Brandyworth, and secretly raised by adoptive parents. As a teenager, she joined the teen team, but after stepping away from the spotlight, she became a solo hero focused on humanitarian efforts. Eve has complete control over matter at the molecular and atomic level. She can transmute objects, reshape environments, and even create energy constructs limited only by her imagination. She flies, manipulates matter telekinetically, and builds entire structures from thin air. Her powers extend to non-sentient biological material. She can grow forests in wastelands or transform fields into fertile land in seconds. When her mental inhibitors are removed, Eve becomes even more dangerous. She gains biokinesis, can heal from fatal injuries almost instantly, alter memories, and bend the laws of reality. She once died in battle, only to regenerate on the spot, fully restored. Her full power gives her near-limitless creative and destructive potential. Though she relies on her powers, she's trained in hand-to-hand fighting and enhances her strikes with energy. On top of that, she's highly intelligent, excelling in science, engineering, and architecture, which she uses to amplify her already absurd power set. Conquest. Conquest is a high-ranking Viltrumite and one of the most dangerous beings in Invincible. As the Empire's nuclear option, he's only deployed when pure force and absolute destruction are required. Second in power only to the Grand Regent, he's a warrior who lives for combat and chaos, not for duty, but for the thrill of breaking strong opponents. Despite his age, Conquest is fast enough to rival lightspeed travel, strong enough to shatter Adam Eve's constructs with ease, and durable enough to survive near-fatal wounds. Even after losing an arm and an eye, he kept fighting at full force. In combat, Conquest is ruthless, sadistic, and taunting. He mocks his enemies mid-battle, pushing them emotionally to make fights more exciting. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to make others suffer. Thaedus. Thaedus is the first Viltrumite to ever rebel against the Empire. He assassinated Emperor Argal and went on to form the Coalition of Planets, a resistance force aimed at stopping Viltrumite expansion across the galaxy. From here on, he's positioned as a key figure working behind the scenes to challenge his own kind. As a Viltrumite, he possesses all the expected traits. He can survive in space, regenerate from severe injuries, and endure without food, sleep, or oxygen for weeks. His senses are heightened, and his body adapts quickly to new threats. Even though he's millennia old, his power hasn't diminished. Thaedus is wise, strategic, and willing to take calculated risks, even if it means pushing allies to the brink.